Mystery Secret Searchers, Episode 26, The Secret Tunnels. This is journal entry number 22 in John McLeod's Lost Journal. Johnson's tunnel, hide the men, the food, the supplies, the gin. The tunnels cross like roads, clues and curses, so we are told. Here's some pictures of Sir John Johnson. He was very famous in the Glengarry area. He was a United Empire Loyalist. He built a house in Glengarry. He seemed to like the idea of tunnels. He built tunnels under his house. Even his family tomb, which is located in southern Quebec, in the hills there, is built into the side of a large hill like a tunnel. So tunnels was something that Sir John Johnson thought he could use to maybe outsmart the Americans if they ever decided to invade Upper or Lower Canada. Here's his house. It's a beautiful house in Glengarry in Williamstown. We could not find any evidence of tunnels at the house other than the one picture showing tunnels underneath the house. It was built along the Raisin River, and there used to be a mill at this site. John Johnson donated some of his land that he acquired from the Crown to build a fairgrounds. The Williamstown Fairgrounds were built on some of John Johnson's land. Also St. Andrew's Church. This is another area of Williamstown that's linked to John Johnson. Here's St. Andrew's Church. Now, we started exploring Williamstown looking for evidence of any kind of tunnel. At Sir John Johnson's house, we couldn't find any evidence of any tunnels. Here at St. Andrew's Church, very interesting. We found this cross with the inscription, "In thy presence is fullness of joy," which is from the Bible. It's a psalm. But what was more significant about this site was that you could actually go underneath these gravestones. There was a tunnel under the gravestones at St. Andrew's Church with this very cryptic message. Here you can see the entranceway. Now, normally this was filled in, but over the years it's been slowly falling apart. And this sacred symbol on the gravestone on the ground, we also found that to be significant, as we'll find out in another episode. But this is one entranceway to an underground tunnel underneath this grave. This is something that we were going to have to explore. This might be the beginning of Sir John Johnson's secret tunnel. Of course, Sir John Johnson was famous for other things. Not only was he involved in politics in Lower Canada, he also granted land for the Williamstown Fair, which is might be the oldest running fair, over 200 years in Canada. It's been running here every year since 1812. We noticed at the site, too, there was also some references to McLeod, which makes us wonder about the significance of the secret tunnels and John McLeod and the sword. Also, he's famous for helping the settlers in North Glengarry with land grants in what was called, and still is called, the Indian Lands. It's a 2-mile wide strip of land running from the St. Lawrence River to Prescott County along the western side of Glengarry, and it's divided into 21 concessions, which are further divided to 86-acre lots. The Indian lands were set aside by Sir John Johnson for members of the St. Regis Mohawk Reserve. The Mohawks surrendered title to the land in 1847, but the area is still known as the Indian Lands. We can't forget the contributions of the native peoples in the battles that took place between the Americans and Upper and Lower Canada. The natives fought alongside the British military and the militias in the area to help preserve Upper and Lower Canada, which, as we've mentioned in other episodes, these events led to the beginning of the country or the Dominion of Canada at the time. We searched through the Williamstown Fairgrounds as well, but it's been used so much that we couldn't find any secret tunnels. But our search will continue. Don't forget to subscribe.